Oh, hey, what's up? I didn't know you were watching. I'm just out here cleaning my original HPI Baja 5B. I only paid $100 for this, so clearly there needs to be a lot of work done.
It's just one of those days when you don't wanna wake up. Everything is fucked, everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is just stay away, motherfucker.
We are going in.
I want to fucking pull you out of the sack and beat the fuck
Inside the motor, baby. Look at that, Zenoa. So far, in the first part video, you guys check it out. We went to pick this up. I went over the history of this RC. I also talked about the Traxxas Monster buggy. Second part video, I kept talking about the Traxxas Monster buggy and of course this Baja. Man, something makes me think I kind of want to get the original Traxxas Monster buggy from 1993. I don't know. I also drank a couple damn energy shots, and you know what? I might do it again right now because I need the energy to work on this. There's just so many damn problems. I have parts all over this, so why don't I just drink this from the tap, and we'll continue talking about the Baja. It says right here, never dispense directly from the tap. But you know what? I'm not going to listen to this. I'm going to drink it. Oh man, this stuff is strong. 100 servings in here. Only like $27 on Amazon. Go get it. By the way, NWO for life. I don't care what anybody says. NWO. You know what that means. Okay, so I have the carb. It is fully off the Baja. I ran into a major problem, and it is called, yep, the primer bulb is busted. This is a fairly good carb. It does not have a choke. It seems to be in fairly good condition. The only way I could really test it is to reassemble it back onto the Baja. I do happen to have a spare primer bulb that I just had, laying around. So I will first attempt to, see whether this will work. Before just straight replacing this carb with some aftermarket, piece of crap, I decided to look at the specs. I went to the DDM website, take a look at what I found on the specs of this carb. It retails for $47. Not that much, but when you really think about how much I paid for the Baja, this is half the price that I paid for the Baja just to replace this carb. So it's a high-performance carb for Zenoa and CY engines. Okay, let's see what they say. It's a high-performance carb. This is a carburetor recommended by Zenoa for upgrading your RC-style engines. Engines with a standard carb tend to experience a lag in low-end acceleration when tuned for peak power. New carb includes an internal acceleration pump to allow faster recovery as throttle increases. Okay, well, that all sounds pretty fantastic. Pretty great carb, but we're going to have to figure out this primer bulb situation, see if I can repair it, see if it'll still hold a vacuum, and then, after we get those results, we'll move on from there. Other than cleaning this Baja here, trying to get the parts in original condition, the fuel tank, right, just washed it in the sink, soap water, it should be fine. We got the entire radio box out of the car. I did verify the kill switch does work in the last part 2 video, so don't miss out on that. Today was kind of a busy day for me, It's snowing outside here in New York City. We got some crazy snow. The other day I was snowed in. I had to eat nothing but pasta all day. And I don't like eating pasta. I like Chinese food and I like burgers. So maybe towards the end of this video, I'll take you guys on a little bit of a ride in one of the 4-wheel drive real cars that I have, and we will go pick up some Chinese food. Hopefully, we don't get stuck in the snow outside. Time for a bit of a channel announcement. We're gonna have a real-life RC celebrity on this channel soon. I'm just figuring out the logistics. Unfortunately, Chris Cianelli was not available because, he passed away a while ago. I wanted to ask him about his cool Q16 motor, but that's not gonna happen. So, we have the next best thing. He worked in one of the most famous stores on the retail side of the hobby industry. This was Bruckner Hobbies in the Bronx. Many of you guys that are from the northeast region of the United States, you might have gone there. In fact, this hobby store was featured on the news multiple times. His experience is going to be very interesting. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of very interesting stories. He was an employee in the store during the golden years of Nitro, the early 2000s. That's when you had the biggest Nitro monster truck, well, you were pretty much the boss. That's just how I want to put it, you know. He also observed the change going from Nitro to electric. I'm sure he will have some very interesting insights into the hobby store scene of things, because as the consumer, we often don't see how the hobby stores were pushing the hobby. Now it's time to discuss a couple comments I recently had on my channel. I personally picked them for review in this video. One is pretty funny, the other one is actually pretty fantastic, and I want to say thanks for motivating me for doing this video. Okay, let's start off with this first comment. Follow along with me here. John Nisham says, "Why you like Nitro so much? You are like my grandma, staying with the old phone and not upgrading." Dude, come on. Nokia's rule. My response, hey bro, ever heard of a Nokia 3310? Just like that Nokia phone, Nitro never dies. 2-speed, baby. Okay, I'll be honest with you, this response was not all me. I had some input from Dapper Dave over here, and he actually told me to put this comment in. So he said, my own Nitro Gang response would be, hey bro, ever heard of a Nokia 3310? Well, that was the start of how this comment got generated. You know, it wasn't all me. In this comment, I tried to be kind of funny to the guy. I don't want to be too mean, you know. We need to get more members in the Nitro Gang, and you're not going to get them in here by just being mean to them. This guy wants to make fun of us? Well, I'm going to be a little bit funny. We'll see what happens. So far, I have not received a response from him, so I guess it's clear to say that he is not in a Nitro Gang. So if anybody wants to comment on this thread in the video, go ahead, maybe I'll include that in a future video. You never know. I troll my own videos. I'm not even kidding. That's how we roll over here. Time for a really nice positive comment. This is what motivated me to do this video. Mike will do it. I love that username, bro. Mike will do it. Literally, it's like a play on words of a username. He goes, I've been watching this guy for over a year, and you're the best channel on RC. Nitro Gang. I like that. My response, what's up, bro? Thanks so much. Right now, I'm getting ready to do a part 3 restoration video on my recent purchase HPI Baja. You have motivated me. That's this thing right here. I wasn't kidding. I'm literally doing the restoration as I was responding to this guy right here. I will include this comment and read it in the part 3 Baja video. Nitro Gang, baby. You see that? I followed through with what I put in the comments. Okay, time to get back to this Baja. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know what really there is to get back to it. Everything is out of the car. I just have to, you know, replace this primer bulb and assemble it all back. There's really nothing to get back to. So is this video over? I'm not sure. What else could I do in this video? Leave your comments here, man, because I read them. I think that's my job. You know, if you're like a person that makes videos for YouTube, it's your job to respond to as many comments as you can. Now, sometimes it takes me a while. Sometimes I don't even do it. But usually I do. This type of stuff is not like a 1, 2, 3 type of thing. Don't think that you're going to buy something like this and boom, whip it out, you know, you're going to be good. I could do that. To be honest with you, this could take me not more than a couple of days, but would that be interesting? No. Do you guys just want to see me put this thing together? No. It's going to perform like any other Baja. It's not that remarkable. The interesting thing here is how cheap can I buy this for? How original is it? And what will it take with as little money as possible to restore this and get it running? That, for me, that's what I appreciate. Some people, they just want to send it. Well, I got some news for you. If you want to send it to me. I'll take it, I'll fix it, and I'll run it. That's what you should do when you send it, except keep your armors. Don't send me the armors, please. I know I'm going to get some hate comments on that, but send me the nitro, send me the gas, send me whatever you want other than armors. Keep them for yourselves later. Right after telling people to send me their stuff but keep their armors, a member of the Nitro Gang, Oscar Oquendo, reached out to me through Facebook and he said, bro, How about I send you this right here? And what you guys are looking at are the pictures of what I am waiting for in the mail. This is a Schumacher Menace 21. Some great looking pictures here. I could tell the wheels are original, the chassis is clean, and if you notice, it's got a damn 3-speed baby. That's right, I always love to yell 3-speed baby, so Oscar, he did not forget about the Nitro gang. If you were doing calculus and you try to calculate Oscar's ratio of nitro to electric, the number would be approaching infinity. I cannot spot a single electric in any of the pictures he sent. This is the Schumacher all the way in the right here. He has a T-maxx, he has a Red Cat, he has a Revo, he has a damn 3-speed HPI Savage XL, one of my favorite nitros in the world. People say nitros are slow. We'll take a look at this Traxxas Jado here on the right. This is the current fastest, brand new, ready to run nitro that you can get. In fact, this will hit over 60 miles per hour stock, and it will wheelie. The intro clip in my video is the same exact Traxxas Jado. Don't think the 3.3 is terrible. It could wheelie, and it could beat electrics all day long on a track without needing a LiPo battery charge at all. Now, it's time for a Nitro Gang member recognition. I want to recognize Josh Katz, a member based out in Canada. He's taking care of our Nitro Gang related activities up there in the north. Josh Katz runs an HPI RS43. That was my first RC. That is what led me on this path that we are now. And I owe all of my Nitro RC greatness, fun, and experiences to the original early 2000s HPI RTR3. Check out his videos.
I don't want to hear this once a day. Come on.
Nitro.
Get big.
So fine, but her breath is like ooh. She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. I'm Steph Curry, when I hit the 3, I hit the...
What's up?
I don't want to hear this once a day. Come on. Let's get big. Come on.